Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So it had to happen sooner or later, and of course it's sooner. Look, we live in the 2020s, right? The 2020s, we do not have 2020 vision. Although very obvious things always happen. We have a rampaging mob in society. They emanated from Twitter, and they are the worst people humanity has ever produced. And I really mean the worst people that humanity has ever produced. They are, I think the Taliban are better than these people, because at least they have some kind of drive and morals structure. You know, this toxic fans who just hate everything that isn't them have no standards whatsoever. They're just really, really disgusting. Now, because we live in a very, very tribal world, these toxic fans are almost universally accepted, while fans who, like me, who dare to say, I think the Jodie Whittaker years were very, very weak for specific reasons, we were on a different tribe. So we were... persona non grata. But as it always happens, right? As always happens, the beast eats itself. So just like with J.K. Rowling, right? J.K. Rowling couldn't have got any more liberal progressive. She came out and said, I think having a vagina is really an important part to being a lady, right? Didn't seem like an incredibly outrageous statement to say. But again, this toxic worldview where they can't stand the difference of anybody else, you know, it just permeates everything. So finally, T Davies has got his first whiff of it. And please, may there be many, many, many more, because I'm finding them all absolutely hilarious. So the latest Doctor Who magazine came out, and it's a corker. Good issue. I'm really, really liking it. So they did talk about the regeneration and about why David has his clothes regenerated. Now, they didn't do the in-story reason. I'm sure there's going to be an in-story reason. But they told you the practical reasons. It's essentially Rusty Davies thought that it would diminish David Tennant. It will look silly, right? It will look silly because most people don't cross-dress, right? So it would just look silly, right? And it'll be, you know, emancipating. Emancipate. Is it emancipating I'm talking about? No, emasculating. The opposite of emancipating. Emasculating for David Tennant. I just think he's acutely aware of how, you know, the 2020 view of LGBTQ plus is probably negatively impacting gay people, right? The idea of, like, sexually, surgically altering yourself so you can't have children when you're still a child yourself, I find abhorrent, right? I find the whole, drag queen story out. I think that's something that isn't a child-friendly activity. I just say that's my opinion. I'm not saying round everybody up into the camps. I'm saying that's my opinion. I don't think it's a hateful one, right? Everybody should live and let live, and everybody should be able to, what consenting adults do in private is what consenting adults do in private, and it's fine, right? Absolutely fine. But that's not how these toxic fans view it, right? So Russell says, there was never a chance in a billion years that I'm going to have David regenerate into Jodah's outfit. It'll just be used to take the mickey. Because it would, right? It absolutely would. But the toxic fans, they don't like it. They don't like reality when reality doesn't do what they want. They get very irate at reality when reality doesn't say what they want. So they just lost it, right? They lost it, and there's still I could add in a bunch more of the railing against this basic truth that Russell Davies is saying. But what's the point? Anyway, I went over this story last night on my live stream. I'm recording this on Friday, the 11th of November. I think it's going out this weekend, right? I went over it on my live stream last night, and we looked at the article. It's all across the media. I took the Guardian article that talked about it, but then I looked wonderfully at the Twitter responses, and they are glorious. They are hilarious, and they are bonkers, Mac bonkers. If you're a fan of like weird sociology, this video might be for you. Fine. Before we get into it, like, share, subscribe. All those things are fantastic. I am very grateful you doing all the things. Sign up my Substack is in the video notes. My email newsletter. I hope I haven't done the spool already. I'll get off now. It's in the video notes. I also have a paid Substack. Sign up to that too. I would try and pitch it to you, but nah. I just want you to do it. I just want you to do it. That's $5 a month, baby. Go on. I'm not monetized. It'll send me a few digital coppers. So like, share, subscribe, comment, Substack, pay Substack. Fine. Covered everything. Let me hand over to me from my live stream last night. Costume Gate. I'm reading this from. I'm not doing this from Doctor Who magazine. I'm doing this from the Independent because it's always get a weirdly a lefty, grungy, normie point of view. Right, that's all. I always find that somewhat interesting. and then I got all the Twitter responses all lined up. It's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. Doctor Who. Russell T Davies explains why David Tennant didn't regenerate wearing Jodie Whittaker's clothes. Well, not really. Nothing would have changed my mind. He said yes, because he understands what human beings are. Right. He understands what's real and what isn't. This gives me a lot of hope for his Doctor Who, right? A lot of hope. Russell Davies explained why David Tennant's Doctor was not wearing Jodie Whittaker's clothes when he regenerated. No, he hasn't. He explained that he hasn't played the in-story reason. Typically in Doctor Who, when Time was regenerate, the new incarnation is introduced while wearing the same costume as the previous one. However, when Tennant returned and his character was at the end of the most recent special, he was wearing a different outfit. Which was the first time since 1966 when William Hartnell transformed into Patrick Troughton. But it was under a cape, right? And it's just people didn't remember it. It's fine. It looked kind of doctorish, right? This is a many faceted question. What inspired Davis' decision? In a new interview, Davis, and I'm doing a video on that. That's going to be that's next week sometime. In a new interview, there's a lot of stuff in Doctor Who magazine that's going to be stories. So it's a very interesting issue, very entertaining issue. In a new interview, Davis, who has returned to showrun the BBC series, said he was very certain that I didn't want David to appear in Jonah's costume. Me too. He was worried it would make a mockery of drag culture. He's being polite, right? He's being polite. It would have. It's not normal. It would have emancipated his Doctor. That's really the truth. That if you, it would have emancipated his Doctor. And he knows that, and we all know it, right? Because that's what it is. But it's very good. I don't know if this is his logic behind it, so he doesn't feel like he's betraying his core constituency, or this is just a lie he's saying. Okay, either way. I think the notion of men dressing in women's clothes, the notion of drag is very delicate. Yes, it is. It looks silly, right? And if you want to dress in drag, that's fine. I'm a huge fan of that culture and the dignity of that. Listen, God bless you, Russell. But from what I've seen of drag shows, they don't look very dignified to me, right? They look, but I'm happy for them to exist. Don't get me wrong. But they don't. I wouldn't say, well, that's. I see, a roll tea party, and I see a drag show. I can't see much difference. They're both very dignified. But okay, and it's a truly valuable thing. That I believe. I do believe it's a truly valuable thing, right? But it has to be done with immense thought and respect, and it can't be done if it's going to make you look like a big pussy, where you're a romantic hero. Hey, is the new season of The Crown out? I have to go check it out. I forgot the new season of The Crown was out. Man, with respect to Jodie and her Doctor, I think it can look like a mockery when a straight man wears her clothes. To put a great big 6-foot Scotsman into them, it looks like we're taking the Mickey because it looks very silly. Because that's why, because it looks very, very, very silly. Because reality still remains reality. Whether the crazies out there want to admit it or not, that it's crazy. People are strange. People are very, very odd. David also said that the still Tennant in Whittaker's clothes said that should the still Tennant in Whittaker's clothes have leaked, I guarantee you it's the only photo some press would print for the rest of his time. I guarantee you. He's very savvy. I guarantee you he's right. I think he's right about that. David also said that if it's still a tenant, blah 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 blah. He continued, if they can play with gender in a sarcastic way or a critical way, they will. We could have. I mean, yeah, he feels okay. So this is what's going on. He understands how bad the crazes around the activist LGBTQ plus world are making gay people look, right? How bad they make, like the whole like grooming thing is not good. It's not a good look, right? The sexualizing of children, right? Which is basically there. Doctor Who's a children's show. It's a family show, but it's also a children's show, right? And this is, yeah, well, yeah, okay, I hear it. I hear it because I'm making it up in my head. If they can play with gender, they will. We could have the Doctor dressed as a knight, or dressed as God, or dressed as William Hartnell, and the only photo they'll print will be David in what they consider woman's clothes. It'll be weaponized. It's a mockery of feminine traits, a mockery of drag, of that culture. So it was never going to happen. Yes, everything he just said is correct, right? Because it's gonna make the LGBTQ world look bad, right? I mean, that's basically the bottom line. Because it does. I hate to be. I mean, again, reality. This gives me a lot of hope by Rossio. That it shows the balance in his mind between his activism and between reality. Like, hard nuts and bolts reality means something to T Davies, which is good news, right? Which is very, very, very good news. Which means I think we're going to get good Doctor Who. Bottom line, right? I think we're going to get good Doctor Who, which will be like, wouldn't that be? And I think the shooting stuff's going to be great. I'm sorry. I think he's going to. You know, more I think about it, I think they're trying to do everything they describe Jodie as to be shooting, right? Have like real manic energy or whatever. Knowing David was coming in, I was actually certain the clothes would regenerate. Nothing would have changed my mind, right? We don't know how is the clothes regenerated. I guess we're going to find out, right? So anyway, this did not go down well with the crazes in the world, right? Who want to say, what? You want to say a man, woman wearing what could be defined as women's clothes is strange? No. Who would think that? And even thinking that is wrong think, and you must be punished. You must be punished, Russell. So this is just a handful I grabbed, okay? RTD can talk about the first queer Doctor. That's not true, because the 13th Doctor was the first one. Who's the first queer Doctor, by the way? We have the best representation with Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor. She is truly representative. Well, again, certainly didn't work as a heterosexual icon. I hate to tell you, Jodie. Yeah, it's. Normally, I'm a very horny guy, right? Normally, I'm like, I think I could have sex there and quite enjoy that. Not so much with you, darling, right? Not so much with you. Don't get me wrong. You're fine. It's just, we different strokes, different folks, baby. Maybe I'm not your cup of tea, but I can't imagine that. Everybody likes a bit of a beard, doesn't it? Something to hang on to. She's totally representative, inclusive, and iconic human being. Well, she's iconic. I mean, she is the face that sank Doctor Who. Men and women can wear each other's cloths. No, they really can't. I mean, they can, but it's weird, right? Men and women can't wear each other's stuff. It's that's strange, right? What's this? Legit. RTD just became an NMD stan. RTD statements about outfit feels more like NMDs are being rewarded. Look, mate, here's the thing. You're all insane. You're all out your fucking mind. Yeah, you're bonkers, Mac bonkers, right? You are completely insane. You always were insane. There are no NMDs, right? There are people who are just don't have the same insane love for Jodie Whittaker as you, and they're prepared to overlook very flawed work. But okay, whatever. But yeah, again, you live in this fantasy world, but that's not the world. That's the world they're selling Doctor Who to, right? Look, Disney is happiest when they have a show that meets their goals and that housewives don't notice, right? That's just the truth of it, right? That's how they work. But this is hilarious. Sassy is wearing her clothes in the very same episode and rocking them. He looks silly. May I point out, you just did. To my mind, they're trying to cover their real intention. Erase any evidence that Josie existed. Yes, that is there. Why would they have that strange goal? Oh, right, because she was awful. Awful and very destructive, right? To my mind, they're trying to erase any evidence that Josie existed. So the entities can bring it's the daughters again. Yes. Thank you. That's what I want to do. I want to pretend it's the daughters again. That'd be lovely. Right? The dots are not connecting. Oh, no. Jodie constantly talked about how everyone could wear her clothes, her doctor's clothes. No. If you're a guy wearing it, it looks very faggy. No, it's okay if you're a bit faggy. Everybody has a right to be a bit faggy. I support your right for being not just what's the word I'm looking for, a homosexual gentleman, but also to be a bit faggy with it too. You want to be a bit faggy, even if you like girls and you want to be a bit faggy. Oh, it's your right, mate. It's a bit faggy. I don't mind. But it's still a bit faggy. You should just know. Oh, do you want to wear that? Here, I got you the Doctor Who outfit you wanted. Really? I don't want that one. Why not? It's Doctor Who. It's the latest one. Yeah. I don't think it's good for me. No, why? No reason. But yeah, I don't want it. It's the coat. It's the shirt. And some trousers. Girls' trousers. RTD and the NMDs are making it hard to root for this new era. Good. Fuck off. With all the erasing they're doing. I mean, honestly, God, yeah. Look, everybody should be able to enjoy Doctor Who, right? Everybody should be able to enjoy Doctor Who. But you guys have just showed yourselves to be this toxic weirdos or spewing hatred constantly, right? I'm sorry, mate. So, like, if you do fuck off, I would be happy about that, right? I really would be happy about that. He's literally played into the hands of the NMDs. Yes, we bamboozled. Not that I've ever used that hashtag, but we've bamboozled him. It's interesting that you can be a member of a group even though you've never joined it or there's no way of defining that group, right? I always define my terms. Rewarding them with sexism and bigotry women have faced these past few years. Really? What? Like, how have you faced sexism and bigotry the last few years, these women? Seems to be this, I mean, again, do you think it's sexism and bigotry to point out that she was really shit as Doctor Who? Because, darling, let me tell you, she was really, really, genuinely, probably shit as Doctor Who, right? She was agonizingly bad, right? Very, very bad as Doctor Who. Where are we up to? And faced these last few years by making up that pathetic reason why David Tennant can't be in their clothes. What do you think wasn't true? Like, really, what do you think wasn't true? Yeah, no, it'll be another eye roll moment. The trouble is here, Doctor Who's been painfully woke, right? By that, it means been lecturing and boring, right? It's been stale. It's been wagging a finger at you, right? It's been dour. And it's been very, very much hurt because of it, right? It's been dour, particularly around the promotion, I think, for want of a better word, the platforming of weird activist LGBTQ plus agenda points, which have, I think, negatively impacted the gay world, frankly. Right? I think it makes people look bad. The grooming shit makes people look bad. The drag queens in schools make people look bad. I'm sorry. It's just the reality. On the right-wing press, who cares? Well, the audience. He's a coward, bound to pressure from the alt-right. There is no alt-right, you dickhead, right? There is no alt-right. Everything they tell you in whatever your media you're getting, it's a lie. It's all wrong, mate. Finally, Russell Davies himself weighed in on it, right? And he weighed in on it, I would say, perfectly, right? Absolutely perfectly. Making me think, yeah, we're in good hands, right? We're in good hands. I really loved what he said. So whoever the name of the person was said, very disappointed with your latest comments about Jodie's costume in Doctor Who magazine. Jodie has made it clear, time and time again, that her costume, and God, even her fans lecture, time and time again, is gender neutral. No, it isn't. And it's for everyone. No, it isn't. You're just a weirdo, right? To say that a man would look silly in it is an insult to her. No. And every male 13 cosplayer, they all look silly in it. Yes, they all look silly in it. Everyone. I use it a lot in my thumbnails because it's funny. I'm taking the piss out of you when I do that, right? Because it's funny. Idiot. If Jodie can wear men's clothes, if Sasha can wear the costume, and it's not a mockery, it just nobody was watching, so it's okay. Like, no one's watching Sasha, no one's watching Jodie. David Tennant, they're fucking watching. Right? Him, they're watching. Yeah, Sasha Noir, Jodie Whittaker, no one gives a shit. Then what on earth is wrong with David Tennant wearing it? Right? So, okay, that's the point. So, Rusty Davis, absolute diamond, right? To his credit. Absolutely, within 3 minutes of being posted, by the way, said, fair enough, I don't agree with you, but well said. Kissy face. I mean, okay. And that is why I think he is the perfect showrunner right now. He seems to be able to bridge both worlds, right? And I think that's a good thing, right? I think it's a sign of good times to come, baby. I think there's good times to come. Russell, baby, I love you. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.